Hello guys, and welcome back to my video series on Python fundamental. This is the 8th video in this module, and in this video we are going to talk about some other methods we have for dictionary. Okay, it's more like a continuation of the last video, which was also on dictionary methods. So let's look at what we have today. So we are going to be looking at fromkeys method, setdefault method, and also the copy method. But I think I'm going to leave the copy method as an assignment or exercise for you guys to work with. So let's see. So this was what we did the last in the last video. So I'm just going to create a new file, a new workbook or a new notebook to work with. So I'll call this dictionaries dictionary method part 2. Let's just give it part 2. So let's see. The first thing we want to look at is set default. So what's the set default? So I'll go to the last program we wrote. Let me copy this we have here, not that. Okay, yeah, let me copy what we have here. They'll work with that. So let me copy this. So let's take that down here. Okay, so let's say you have this dictionary and that's what you want to work with. You have this language dictionary. How does set default works? I want to extract a particular item from this dictionary, but I don't know if that item exists, just like what we did with get. Okay, so I can say, okay, try to extract the item. Let's say the item is John for whatever reason, a programming language called John. But if you can find that item, then return this item is not available. It's not available. I can spell. This item is not available. Okay, so let's see. So you can see it's giving me this item is not available. That's because it cannot get the item John. But what if the item actually exists? For example, I say, okay, return Python. There's going to give me the definition that we have or the value for Python. So that's all about the set default. That's how it works. Okay, now we have another one that we said from key. What do we use it from key for? Let's say you want to create a new dictionary, that is going to hold names of items. Okay, just the names. Let's say user 1, the name of user 1, the name of user 2, and the rest of that. So I can say users should be the name of my dictionary. So what I can do is to say this users is an empty dictionary. Then I can go ahead and say users dot create this dictionary from these keys I have here. So what are the keys? Let's see what they have there. So if I do this from keys, why is it not giving me any suggestion? Okay, so let's go ahead. So I'll give it the keys. The key should be a tuple. So I can say, okay, I want the first key to be user 1. I want the second key to be user 2. I want the third key. I want the third key to be user 3. But all of them, I want to give them the value by default of John Doe, which means they don't exist. Okay, so now you can see what I have there. It has generated generated a dictionary. You have user 1 is John Doe, user 2 is John Doe, user 3 is John Doe, user 4 is also John Doe, right? User 1, 2, and 3, rather, they are all John Doe. So once I've created this, all I need to do is to assign it back to that variable. So now if I check for what users is, you'll see that I have user 1 is John Doe, user 2 is John Doe, user 3 is John Doe, user 4 is also John Doe. So this is how the fromkeys actually work. It's more like you're giving it some default values. You're populating what you have there with a default value so that later on you can come around and update it. Okay, then finally we have the copy. Now for the copy method, I'm going to leave it as an exercise for you guys. Okay, go ahead and study the copy. That's the only one we have here that I've not treated. See how the copy method actually works. When do you need it? And if you encounter any problem, you can go ahead and hit me up. Okay, you can always chat me up also, and I'm going to explain the concept to you if you've done something. But if you've not, please don't chat me up. But if you have, yes, I'm going to reply you and see what you've done and possibly make some corrections or better explain them for you. So that's guys for this video, and we are done with dictionary finally. So in the next video we are going to be looking at sets and set operations. Okay, so for set and set operation, I don't think I'm going to be treating too much out of it. We'll treat just a little and then we'll move down to the next model. I'm going to leave a lot on the set for you guys as an assignment. So we'll look at the next model where we are going to be considering loops. Okay, so that is guys for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.